All right, it's Monday, which means one, I've gone to my trip and I've came back. Two, that means even though I'm tired, I have a video to make. As you could probably hear, my voice is a bit deeper, mainly just because I'm trying to get it to rest. It's not as bad as it was yesterday, but it's definitely not 100%, and I definitely cannot be screaming. The event probably exceeded all of my expectations, if I'm being honest with you. There were some things that at first I needed to get used to, but once I went, everything was a blast. Um, I got a lot of footage, and it was honestly really fun to be the person behind the camera and to make filming just like how, or to make it so that whoever is watching what I'm filming would almost feel like they're a part of the memory as well, and not just someone who's capturing video. I don't know if that distinction makes sense, but I had a lot of fun being able to discover how to do that. Um, yeah, it was 6 hours going to Tennessee, 6 hours back. Honestly, the bus ride was amazing. I at first was a little about the bus ride because I was thinking I was going to be sat with some people I didn't really know, and I only had like two friends that I really knew of. But honestly, like 30 minutes into the bus ride, uh, there's this new girl that went with us, and we were all talking about the Bible, and then she started dropping some heat. And it was like within those first 30 minutes, I was like, yeah, I'm on the right bus. It was really fun. It was really fun. Um, there's so much footage I need to come through and to start editing. And honestly, I don't even know how to edit, if I'm being honest. Not like a video to the extent that I want to edit, but you know what? It's gonna be okay. 'Cause I have plenty of time. Um, uh, I think my takeaway from this event is like one of those events where they didn't really necessarily like teach something mind-blowingly new where you look at the Bible in a new way. But every sermon that I went to, I was really appreciative of what they were saying. And so, in light of that, I'm thinking, well, I'm not that I'm thinking, but my takeaway is, and this is such a simple takeaway, but this is what I'm taking away. I need more time with Jesus. Not more time learning about Jesus, not more time talking about him, but more time with Jesus. More time talking to Jesus. More time talking with Jesus. Because that event touched so many people. And there were a lot of things that God had told me at the event that I would have not ever got, and those people would have never got unless they had an encounter with Jesus. Not an encounter with information with Jesus, but an encounter with Jesus. And I want that outside of Winterfest, which means I need to spend more time with Jesus. But another thing I would say is community is something I need to prioritize a bit more, especially when a lot of my friends are going to be going off to college soon, but also with the fact that as people are getting older, usually friendships tear away. But just being able to get home from a big event, everybody's tired, yet we're all talking till 3 o'clock in the morning, knowing that we got to wake up at like 7:30, 8 o'clock. But the conversations that we had and the closeness that was able to be cultivated, that in itself was a ministry, I feel like. And so I definitely need to prioritize more my friendships and those who I feel like God is calling me to get closer with. As far as goals, I ain't do nothing other than record. I ain't gonna lie. Because I mean, it was, yeah. Well, okay, I did finish the jeans that I wanted to finish while, that I needed to get finished before going. Hmm. I didn't practice anything because I was mainly putting time into the jeans and packing. I don't know. But yeah, I did everything that I wanted to do, and I enjoyed myself. Today is Monday, which also means in 2 days, I'll be 18. Honestly, uh, I haven't put a weight on being 18. So to be fair, or to be honest, I'm going to wake up and feel exactly the same. But I do know culturally that becoming 18 is a big deal. And part of why I even started this channel was to document the things that I've changed with inside of my life before becoming 18. And knowing that I'm going to become 18 in 2 days, I would say with the time that I started this stuff, I am I'm very satisfied with where I am. Specifically with my closeness with the Lord. I'm very satisfied with that. Did I do everything that I set out to do? No. But have I learned a lot and pushed myself a lot? 100%. And because of that, I am very satisfied with where I am before I become 18. But I also know that once I become 18, nothing will really change other than like some legal stuff. But to be fair, nothing will really change. And so I'm not scared that time is slipping away. Because if you really think about 18, it's still like really young. Like let's be real, guys. And so of the things that I didn't necessarily get down as much as I wanted to before I became 18 or before my birthday, I have all of my 18th year to do it. I have all of my 19th year. I have all of my 20th year. I have all of my 30th year. And coming to that realization, I'm also very satisfied with that while I'm becoming 18. And I'm thankful for it. So that's been my week. And I had a very good one at that. Just something special about being able to wake up and walk out of your room. Oh my goodness, there's a fox right next to me. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, I've never seen a fox. That like scared me. I didn't know we were gonna just start tussling it out right here. Great day. I don't want to chase it down. We're looking for the fox. Let's go look for the fox. Okay. It was like right up there. Where's the fox at? She probably see the fox. Well, this is someone's property. I'm not doing all that. Wow, that was actually really scary. Anyways, kind of like shaking a little bit. Y'all can't see. Anyways, yeah, that's my little stand. That was my little setup over there. If anybody was wondering. Well, yeah, that's me, and that's my week. That's been my trip. So honestly, I think I'll leave it at that. It was good. Gonna be 18 in 2 days. My birthday's gonna be good this year, and my 18th year is gonna be a year that I remember for trying my hardest to become something. So yeah, how's y'all's week's been? And to my 3 subscribers, thank you for motivating me to be better before I became 18. Anyways, hey guys. Long time no see. Sort of. There's a little fish down there. Oh, some of those guys are actually kind of big. For the little bit of like water that's down there, pretty decent. Uh, just a little That's just to get my audio synced up. Anyways, guys, it has been a little bit. I gotta hurry up because I have no idea when this camera's gonna shut off. It has been quite an eventful 2 weeks. Yeah, because I updated before I went to Winterfest. Came back from Winterfest, obviously. And Teen Talent was yesterday. Yeah. So, let's just get straight into it. First of all, Teen Talent, just an update for everything. Teen Talent went absolutely amazing. Apparently, if you get first place at basically how Teen Talent works is you have, within the Church of God, you have different Church of God churches for every single state, and some like outside of even the country of America. So for mine, I went over there. Obviously, if you win state, then you get to go to internationals, and that's where all of the different churches from around the world come together in one place, and we get stuff done. And then everybody competes and sees who's, first place, all this good stuff. So, sorry, my phone is just in my pocket. I feel like it's going to fall out into the water. I'm a little scared. But I don't want to put it on a ledge because I feel like I'm going to not remember it and then knock it over. I went there, I did piano, I did rap, and I guess technically I also did songwriting. Did not know this, but that's what I did. And I got first place, not just first place, but a superior rating, which means I got 5 stars on everything for every single thing that I placed in. Pretty good. So, that means I have $3,000 in scholarship money to Lee University, which is really nice. And I get to go to Orlando, Florida in July to go compete. And yeah, I put in a lot of work. I put in a lot of effort to be able to get this done. So I'm really happy that everything worked out. And it was kind of gratifying, I guess you could say, I'll play the videos of both me rapping and, what's it called? Both me rapping and me playing the piano at the end, so y'all be able to do that. But it was very gratifying because you'll see in the piano thing, I did a lot of different styles, and that's what I mainly highlighted. But I feel like technique-wise, what I did wasn't the most complicated thing ever. I mean, obviously, it's not like beginner-level stuff. I've been playing piano for a little bit now. But a lot of the people, because I was doing research before I even went to state, I was comparing myself to who won international and trying to get something better than that. And a lot of the people that placed decently in international, they had more of a classical piano style. And my worry was that people would think classical music is the best, so that if I was doing something outside of classical music, it wouldn't be appreciated as much, and it would almost be seen as like, I mean, it was good, but the best is if you do classical technique with classical music and all this other stuff. And of course, this is a Christian event, so like people were doing Christian songs through a classical lens. But I was scared that would be the only, that's what I would have to do in order to place well. So I went and I did my thing, which I love jazz, I love gospel. That's the main thing that I was doing. And I was like, part of a pianist is his mind, at least for me. So I want to highlight skill, I want to highlight technique, I want to highlight harmony choices, I want to highlight music theory, and I want to highlight composition. And I want to put it all inside of one thing. And so I might not be like the other classical pianists who are able to play all the crazy things that I would have a hard time being able to do. Oh, I thought it was a spider web. That I'd have a hard time being able to do. But I took 2 songs, Sweet Holy Spirit and Praises to Your Name, put them in 5 different keys with 2 different solos in between, because that was the best way I knew of leaving nothing on the table when I came to this stuff. And that's what I did. And I got first place. And it was very encouraging because the people that were over like judging, I had no idea who these people were. Genuinely, I had no idea. I was really just there to play the piano. And I was really only at the event because people told me to do it. I had a little bit of an interest in it, but I wasn't going to like press or do anything. But other people inside of my church really pressed me to do it, which I'm glad that they did, because there's a lot of scholarship opportunities if you win going to Lee University. But the head person of all of the Church of God, like the whole, I guess, denomination, his daughter, who has been judging teen talent for decades, who has played piano with inside her church and was music director for at least a decade, I feel like more. When she heard me playing the piano, she told the music director at my church, who was also judging but had to step out because, you know, obvious, for bias reasons, you're not allowed to judge someone that you know. But when my music director came back in and asked her if I did well, the music director told her out of all of the years I have been doing teen talent, he was the best pianist I have heard. Which to me is mind-blowing, because I feel like I could think of a bunch of other people that could outdo me. But I think it also comes back to a thing of every idea is something that seems impossible to understand until you understand it. And then once you understand it, it makes sense where it almost feels easy. And I think it's very gratifying to be able to, after all of the work that I put into this, for me to feel like I still had so much more I could have added to make it better. But looking back, having other people tell me, you went so much farther than you realized, but in this category, you're the best. It's just mind-blowing to me. I think it's really crazy that I'm able, that God has given me a talent that even I didn't realize how much I had, if that makes sense. And I don't even mean this in an egotistical way, but like, first place says something, and so, I mean, I'm just relaying words of what she said. And it's very, very encouraging for me to be able to hear that. Yeah. In my rap, I was the only person who did rap. So that was an automatic win. But even with that, I could have automatically won and still did really bad. But I automatically won and I got superior rating. That's also really good. And everybody had great things to say about it. People loved the message, the flow. And I also made the lyrics and I made the beat, which then also with songwriting, I did the rap for that as well. And I not only got first place, because I was the only one doing it, but still, I got first place, but I also got a superior rating. And there was nothing really bad that people could say. The only thing that I think I got like one deduction of point was, at least at my church, because we're super multicultural, there isn't like one dress code. And so for me, it's not crazy to like go up on a Sunday in a hoodie with a hat on. It's not. But I did that over there thinking, I'm here to play the piano. I read the rules. I didn't see anywhere where it was talking about appearance. But I honestly could have missed it, honestly. And one person, he was a judge. He had to kind of stay true to his convictions. I think he took away like 1 point because I was wearing a hat. But that was the only thing. Like, the only bad thing they could say about what I was doing was the fact that I wore a hat. Honestly, I'm not even mad about that. I'm glad that they warned me, because I feel like I probably would have got even more points deducted if I went to Orlando, Florida, played internationals, and wore a hat out of ignorance, not knowing that people were judging me off of something like that. But yeah. So it's been a very busy time getting prepared for that. And I wanted to make a video and post it. I made a video, I mean, as you'll see, when I first came back from Winterfest, but I've just been so tired practicing and other things like that. But we're back. And we're here. So I'm ready to start getting back on these videos. Ready to start really putting much more time into editing my Winterfest video, editing other videos, and it'll be good. It'll be good, man. So, man, that's about it. That's about it.